So how do you tell if your bulldog needs to be groomed? Well, there's a couple things you want to look for. When I can just start pulling out the shedded hair from my bulldog just so easily, that's an indication. Now, I do brush him regularly. That helps to not have an abundance of shedded hair that I will find all over my couch, all over my lap, because he sits with us all the time and in our bed. When you can just start simply pulling that hair out, it's time for our bulldog to be bathed and groomed. You will definitely cut down on the shedding. This is the boar's bristle brush that I like to use because it actually polishes the coat. It increases blood flow to the skin, which is going to promote healthier skin and coat. It also encourages just the right amount of oil to be released in his coat. It has a lot to do with his coat type. It's just the appropriate brush to use for this breed. It works very nicely, and it also feels very good. They tremendously enjoy being brushed. If you have a bulldog, you know how much they love to be touched. So brushing is a good thing, and you want to make sure you keep it that way for them. Now I can use the curry side of this brush, as you're seeing right now, still stimulating the skin, the coat, to be ready to be worked in the tub. And I will be using this in the tub and show you how it benefits there as well, especially on a short-haired shedding breed. And these are the tools that we're going to use today, guys. I just wanted to run through this real quick with you. We are using a tub-safe bathing leash that is very safe for dogs. I'll show you how I use that in just a second. We're going to be using a Tropiclean facial scrub to clean in those wrinkles really well and to get that face really good and clean. We're going to use a loofah to distribute that product and to clean the face very well. This also pushes our lather to new levels. We're going to be using the Crystal Clear Bark to Basics, which is a hypoallergenic shampoo, and I like to use that especially in the fall, which we're in the fall season right now. But I like to use it also on a dog that tends to get irritation from products or anything, like any dog with wrinkles, which that's the case when we're talking about an English Bulldog. So I'm going to play it safe and use a hypoallergenic shampoo. There are many different kinds on the market that are wonderful. We're also using Coat Handler Undercoat Control Conditioner. English Bulldogs aren't really technically undercoated dogs. They do shed, and I find that this product, the Coat Handler Undercoat Control, works great with any shedding breed. I've pre-mixed that to a dilution ratio that's required by the manufacturer. That is a 16:1 ratio. For a Bulldog, there's a special brush that I like to use. I like to use a boar bristle brush on a Bulldog, and I'm going to show you why I like to use this brush on them. This particular one I picked up on Amazon, and I really love it because it also has this curry side to it that I will be using in the tub that is really good for stimulating the skin and the coat in the tub to help me with de-shedding. And this type of brush actually polishes the coat on a Bulldog or other short-haired breeds such as a Boxer or a Rottweiler or a Boston Terrier, and on and on and on, short-haired Dachshund. We're also going to need a typical grooming comb. We won't be using this a lot for our English Bulldog, but I will show you how I use this when I groom them. My favorite nail trimmers, we'll be trimming nails today, is the Miller's Forge plier style nail trimmer. It is just such an easy, comfortable, and very effective way to trim your dog's nails. It doesn't make a popping sound, and you'll be seeing that. I'm going to demonstrate trimming nails. Trimming nails on my English Bulldog is a real problem for him. He does not like it. So we are currently working through that stress for him, trying to get him to a better place when trimming his nails. So you guys get to kind of work through that with me today with little Gus. I'm going to share some secrets that I have reached out to a few other people, a few other professionals. I typically don't have problems trimming nails, but I am having trouble with this English Bulldog. He is very fearful of it. I'm going to share those tricks with you today and see if they work. This is my favorite nail trimmer to use on all breeds. We are going to be cleaning his ears. It's very important. I like to use a hemostat with cotton balls. I can easily get down in there and do what I need to do. So that's why I like to go for the hemostat. It just makes it easier to work with. I use a Bark to Basics ear cleaner. I really, really love it. It's an antimicrobial treatment. It also contains witch hazel, and it is alcohol free. So I really do like this product, especially for a dog that may have slight irritation in their ears. because the alcohol-free will definitely not further irritate those ears. Plus, the witch hazel that's contained in this product will actually add a little bit of a healing agent to some soreness in the ears. So I really love to use this Bark to Basics ear cleaner. It's inexpensive and very effective. You'll also see me using my Shear Force Dryer. You'll see me using my Ademco stand dryer. These may not be items that you have, so that's okay. I'm going to show you alternatives. You're also going to see me using my Prima bathing system. That is also something that you may not have, and that's completely understandable. So I'm going to show you a great alternative to washing your pet at home if you don't have a bathing system. I'm also going to demonstrate how to use an absorber towel. This is something that you guys can pick up. All these products are linked below. You can go check them out for yourself and see the benefits that they can provide to you and your pet, especially for your grooming sessions. Now, another area of concern with our bulldogs is in these wrinkles. Bulldogs tend to tear a lot, and because they have these wrinkles, a lot of that tearing tends to sit right there, right in the wrinkle. So it's important to periodically, between grooming, to just take a nice, soft, gentle tissue and try to keep those wrinkles dry, because they can get a skin infection in those wrinkles. And then that becomes a problem. Then they need treated. They need to go see the vet. But if we can avoid that, we will, and we do that by keeping these wrinkles clean and dry. And remember, when you're working with the wrinkles, don't upset the skin. You're just trying to clean it and dry it, that's all. If we leave it damp in there, it is the perfect scenario for infection to grow and for, you know, bacteria and yeast to build, and that will turn into a skin problem for your bulldog. Also with little Gus, this little ear has been getting kind of dirty for him. So typically when I bathe my bulldogs, and any dog, I clean the ears after the bath. That way if any water got in there while they were getting their bath, I am going to flush it out with my pet safe ear cleaner. So because this ear is a little yucky for little Gus, I'm going to clean it prior to the bath, and I'm also going to clean it after the bath. Now I'm just about ready to get him in the tub, but I do want to clean these ears a little bit. He is touchy about it because he had some problems with his ears recently. Just this one. It was a little bit allergy related, and he may get a little irritated with me, so I need to approach him very slowly and calm and try to keep him calm. When he's calm, he's much easier to work with. I did take some tips from my friend at Saro Dog Grooming. I will link his channel in the description below. He's going to help me through the nail trimming with Gus. He has problems with that. Another thing that I've learned that helps when you're working with a dog and you're grooming them and they're apprehensive about it is to kind of have your heart level with theirs. So if they're raised higher than you and you're working with them like this, they kind of tend to feel like, you know, maybe they are in a position to boss you around a little bit. But if they're too low, if you have the table too low, then they feel like you're hovering over them. They don't like that. So we need to have nice, even playing ground, right, little Gus? I am going to go ahead and soak this cotton ball with my Bark to Basics Witch Hazel. Do you want to smell it, Gus? See, he's already getting upset. Well, you can smell it. Oh, it smells nice. And I'm going to just get a hold of that with my hemostat. It's okay, little Gus. There again, guys, I said, you see how he already got a little apprehensive? I'm going to touch him first without doing anything. Good boy. He's very tense right now because that ear was really bothering him. It's okay, little Gus. Are you ready? See, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. Good boy. See, I'm approaching him slowly with this, guys. He doesn't like it. He's kind of grumbling a little. Good boy, little Gus. You can check it out. Yeah, it's okay. Let me see. Good. Now I'm just going to gently start massaging. Oh, nice. He's relaxing, guys. That's what I need. And I just wanted to loosen up some of the debris right on the outside that started to collect. His ear's looking pretty clean, so we worked it pretty good. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. See, it's not a bad thing. It's all good. Good job, little Gus. We have him on our safe tub leash. As you can see, it's more of a harness, and it's bungee. And I just like this much better than having something directly around their neck, if I can avoid that, especially in the tub, because a lot of dogs tend to try to pull away from you when they're in a tub. So I love these tub safe leashes. They're very safe and they are very effective for helping keeping your dog where you need them to be in the tub. I love you so much. Let me tell you a little bit about the Bulldog right now, guys. Real quick, couple tips. They're not good swimmers, and they have been known to drown in pools. They are not tolerant to the heat, guys. We know that, so never over-exercise them in the heat, or even exercise them at all in the heat. Let's just put it that way. They're definitely prone to a lot of health issues, such as heart disease, breathing problems, cherry eye, skin infections. A good diet, a good grooming routine, and lots of love are really the best care that you can offer your Bulldog, my friends. Water temperature is very important, regardless of what breed you're grooming. You would think, just like us, when we get a tub, we like it nice and warm and hot. It's not good for our dogs. It opens the pores too much. It can invite bad things in, especially if they may have some type of compromised skin already and you're not aware of it. So lukewarm water is the temperature, guys, for all dogs. Lukewarm to cool water. Begin by just pre-wetting our little Gus here. He always turns his back to me. This is when he says, you know, I really don't want to do this. But it's okay. So I like to pre-rinse the dogs just to soften up the skin a little so that I can be sure to get it good and clean. I'm going to save the head for last because they tend to like to shake all the water off. It'll get all over you. So we're going to focus on his body, legs, his bum right now at this moment. I'm using my Prima bathing system to bathe little Gus today. I'm going to show you in just a second an alternative if you don't use a bathing system. Prima bathing system is very nice because it mixes just the right amount of shampoo, water, and air into the system. And you want to let this sit on your dog's coat for about 4 minutes, as you would with any shampoo, whether or not you're using a bathing system. I like to work my way down the dog, like gravity work down the dog. And don't forget every inch of your dog when you're bathing them. In the pads of their feet, in that little tail, they have this hard wrinkle in there. I'm going to show you how we be sure that we get that nice and dry afterwards. So here's what you can do if you don't use a bathing system. You can get these, they're linked below. These are really just bathing gloves in my opinion. They call them de-shedding gloves. And just work the skin and coat. It's like the same as a curry, guys, which you can get curries as well. I'll link one of those in the description below. I'm also going to show you how you can use the other end of that boar bristle brush that I have linked in the description below for your Bulldog or your short-haired breed. This really is a good way to stimulate the skin, to exfoliate the skin, and just release all the things that need to be rejuvenated in your dog's skin, which is the reason why they have dry, flaky skin and they may be shedding. Now you can do the same thing with this side of your curry brush. Use it in a brush manner. You will actually be sloughing off shedded hair off your Bulldog. Bathing is the secret to de-shedding a Bulldog and any dog, guys. It just loosens up all the dander, all the dead shedded hair, and it slides right out of the coat. You could use a loofah. You want to get it wet, lather it up with that soap. This is a great way to wash your dog. In fact, I'd say this is probably my favorite because it feels good to them, but it seriously exfoliates the skin very nicely. It makes it very easy to get into all those little corners and cracks that especially our Bulldogs have. But it also pushes your shampoo to a new set of lather. That's what's going to clean your dog. And all the wrinkles, we're getting in the private areas nice and easily. It's very important to wash every ounce of your dog's skin, every ounce, and scrub it gently, but effectively. Now we're going to show you how to wash this beautiful face, guys. I'm going to tuck him back a little closer to the wall if I can, because he tends to want to hang out of the tub as much as possible. So like I said, guys, we need to clean these wrinkles really well. It's important to use a safe product around your dog's eyes, nose, mouth, ears, that kind of thing, okay? Especially the eyes. That's why I choose to use the Tropiclean facial scrub, because I actually have used it on myself to see if it burns my eyes, and it does not. It performs very nicely, it cleans well, and I'm able to really lather up this face, because it's very important. If you have a wrinkly dog and you're having trouble with face wrinkle, skin irritation, and infections, you need to clean it more often. And when I say clean it, I mean bathing. So bathing them once every 3 weeks, 2 weeks, just like I'm about to show you, is going to prove to be very effective. We're going to add a good bit of the Tropiclean facial scrub so that I could really foam up his head, his face, and his wrinkles. Now we need to have our bulldog turn around. Come here, big boy. I know. You're going to be fine. Turn the water on low and also lukewarm temperature. Little Gus, it's okay. He doesn't care for it. He's allowed to not be happy. Cover their nose, rinse that face, give them a break from that. I do not want to shoot water up their nose. Hold the ears flat against the head. Clean that muzzle, covering the nose. Good boy. Hold the ear flat against the head. We don't want to get water in there. If we do, we're going to be rinsing those ears afterwards with ear cleaning solution, which will definitely counteract that. It's important to rinse their face though, guys. You're rinsing off anything yucky first. Good boy. Now we have our loofah ready. We're going to start working this all around that beautiful face. Try not to get it up his nose. You know, just think of what you will be tolerant with if you were getting a bath. Wash his ears, beside his ears. I'm going to cover his nose, and I'm going to get me some soap in there because I need to clean those wrinkles. It's very important, guys. Right there under his eyes. This is the reason why your bulldogs may be getting skin infections. This is the best breeding ground in these wrinkles for skin infections, bacteria, fungal, you name it. But as you can see, by choosing a product that is safe to use around his eyes is very important too. So I've linked it in the description below for you guys, because the cool thing about my channel is I'm letting you guys know that all the products that are available to your professional groomers are also available to you. So you can be taking advantage of this type of care for your pet at home. It's time to rinse the shampoo and the facial scrub off your bulldog. Get the water lukewarm to cool. Cover the eyes and nose. Give it a little rinse, then back it off. Because you don't want to get water up their nose, guys, and you also don't want to plug up their breathing. These dogs already have compromised breathing. Hold the ear flat against the head and rinse the cheek and the ear. Rinse the product completely off your dog's skin. Over rinse. Don't skimp on this step, guys. The next thing we're going to do is apply a little conditioner to him. Our pre-mixed conditioner. Start right about at his neck and massage it through his coat. You want to massage it through everywhere, guys. This stuff is really going to help to de-shed him after he gets out of the tub, because it's just going to allow everything to slide right out of the coat that's ready to come out. Put some on the top of his head, and I'm going to massage that around to the muzzle, just like this. Put some on his neck and his throat area, because that's a heavy shedding area for your shedding breed, guys, for your bulldog too. Or you might want to go for that other side of your bamboo brush here, boar's head and your curry, and just sort of encourage that shedding coat. Look how he's, honey, it's not a timeout. You're good. If you put your bulldog on a routine like this, maybe every 3 to 4 weeks, as long as you're over rinsing product out of them, you're gonna find that shedding is really a non-issue. You're not gonna have a shedding problem. You're not gonna have hair all over you, all over your couch, all over your car, when you go bye-byes, all over your bed. This is the way to keep shedding down. It's in the bathing process, guys. Now for one final thorough rinse, and he's ready for drying and get out of the tub, which will be cleaning his ears, trimming his nails here in a minute, which I told you guys that's a real problem area for him. So I'm gonna show you some tricks that I'm going to hopefully have success with little Gus here today. Cover the nose. Good boy. It's important to get it clean, guys. Honestly. You have to rinse it, you have to clean it, or you're gonna have a bulldog with skin infections and wrinkle infections and all kinds of other problems. So bathing, brushing every 3 to 4 weeks is very important for your bulldog. Good job, little Gus. If you don't have a proper bathing setup for your bulldog, guys, find a pet wash station. They have the right sprayers, they have the right dryers, they have the right elevated tub. Usually they're climate controlled, warm water. So don't forget about those pet wash station, guys. Google it. There's gotta be one near you. So ask Google, ask Siri, ask Alexa, pet wash station near me. I clean every dog's ears after the bath. It's okay, buddy. I did clean his ears prior to bathing as well because I wanted to really loosen up the debris that he had going on. And I'm soaking this cotton ball because I want it to drip down into his ear so he can shake out any dirt, debris, loose. And plus I want that fluid to get down in there in case any water got in. Come here, little Gus. Good job. Now remember, guys, he doesn't like this. So I'm gonna talk to him calmly. I'm gonna try to relax him first. Good job. I'm gonna take a look before I even touch anything. Oh, it looks nice, buddy. Okay. I know. But it looks so good, little Gus. It looks so good. It's important that I try to keep him calm. He just relaxed a little bit. He got upset for a minute, and he calmed down because I need to clean in here, guys. It's very important. I don't want my bulldog having painful ears and ear infections. And the way to prevent that is to clean them. Good. And you can see they're really not dirty. So I'm very happy with little Gus. And you know what? He's gonna get some turkey. He's gonna get some turkey. That's really good that he just shook because he's shaking out anything that was down in there. Would you like a little bit of turkey because you're such a good boy? Huh? Yeah, I know. You deserve it. You're a good boy. Now I'm going to use the absorber towel to pull as much moisture off of my bulldog as possible. If you don't have a dryer, you're going to find that these absorber towels pull a lot more moisture out of the coat than your microfiber towels, than your terry cloth towels, and that stuff. Especially a bulldog, because bulldogs have wrinkles. You want to get in those wrinkles. You want to get as much moisture off this dog as possible. Moisture and wrinkles breeds infection, fungus, bacteria. And they really are awesome for pulling off all the water from your dog. Let me just show you. I just wring it out and I continue on drying my bulldog. Are you my bulldog? That's you. You're my bulldog. And it's very soft and easy to get in those wrinkles. It's one of the things I love about this the most. I am affiliated with the absorber towel because I was in love with this product when they sent it to me. And they said you can be an affiliate and request to sell it on your website or on your YouTube channel for your audience. And I said, absolutely, this is something I would recommend to my audience. It's very soft and it's very absorbent. perfect for that wrinkly-faced bulldog. Boy, he's out of the tub. We are going to be trimming his nails in just a minute. If it doesn't go well, I'm going to move on and come back to that step, because I did reach out to my friend Saro at Saro Dog Training, which he has a YouTube channel and has all kinds of great tips and tricks. He gave me a few tips. He said, one, he said start playing with your bulldog's toenails just gently, like I'm doing right now on the couch when we're watching TV, when he's relaxed. And if he lets me, continue to do it. If he gets upset and gets himself worked up, then stop. That session is over. You have to wait until he calms down again. I'll throw a clip in here and show you what the first 2 times was like when I tried to clip little Gus's toenails. I've only had him since May. He's 3 years old. Definitely has had something that didn't sit well with him as far as grooming and especially nail trimming goes. If I can get him to stand up, good. That gives him a little more confidence. Now, I'm not going right for nail trimming right now because he actually enjoys this part of the groom. He enjoys the curry. Now, he's still wet. It's a good time to run it through your bulldog. It's still going to loosen up any dead shedded hair and stimulate the coat. When you get your dog to stand up, it gives them a little bit of confidence boost. So if I can get him to feel good about standing here on his own, that would be awesome. There we go. And he loves to be brushed. Good little Gus. Now the secret to nail trimming is to keep him calm. So I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to start on a back foot because it's further away from his concern. And if I have luck, I'm going to move over to the other back foot, and then I'm going to call that session good for now. And I will do the front feet later, because those are the ones that he minds the most because it's closer to his concern. Good job. And we definitely have turkey as a nice little reward for him. Okay, good job, little Gus. Let's just brush and get him to stand, which would be great. Good. Little Gus, honey, it's all right. Let's just relax. See, his mind is not right. He's not in a good place. Maybe I can trim one very carefully, and I did. That's a good boy. And if you calm down, we'll give you some turkey. I'm just I'm not even making an impact with these nails. I'm just trying to win this situation with him. Not win, should I say. I'm trying to get him to trust me, to let me trim these nails. All right, bud, that wasn't too bad. That was okay. All right, see, guys, this is going to take time for him to allow me to do this. Good boy, little Gus. But what's very important is that I stay calm. Very good boy. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You have to understand that you can trust me to do this, little guy. I promise. I promise you can trust me. That's good. Can I see another one? We're doing pretty good. Good. He's a big boy. You're keeping him calm. If he gets upset, we don't need to do that. Little Gus, I'm going to try one more time if I can calm him down. There you go. Just relax, little Gus. Just relax, honey. I know you don't like it. Can I see? Good. Can I see? Little Gus. See if I can get him to relax. There you go. He's so tense. He's just so afraid. He definitely has had a bad experience with nail trimming. It's okay, Gus. I'm here with you. I know you're afraid of it, honey. Let me see if he'll just let me. Good. And we did it. Yay! Now we get some turkey. We got 3 nails done. And that wasn't so bad. So he gets a treat, and we're taking a break from the nails, because I don't want to make it such a terrible thing. Now I have my stand dryer on, little Gus. Come here, baby. You may not have a stand dryer, and that's fine, but what you can do is continue to try to pull all the moisture out of these wrinkles and anywhere on your bulldog. You can towel them off and dry them that way. Good boy. But definitely carefully dry those wrinkles so you don't leave moisture in there. I love you so much. I'm using my Shear force dryer on low, and I'm going to start at the back of my dog. These actually are very affordable force dryers and wonderful for the home groomer as well. I'll link my Shear dryer in the description below if you're interested in checking it out for $179. I think they typically are. This is a great tool for you to consider having at home. Bulldogs have a really hard wrinkle here in the tail. It's important to get that dry. If you don't have a force dryer, take your towel in there and try to remove as much moisture as possible. Very important. Making the grooming table a positive space for your dog is very important. If you have created or allow your dog to associate grooming, nail trimming, ear cleaning, brushing as a negative, unpleasant, or painful experience, then you're never gonna make headway with your dog. And I am trying to gain trust and move forward here with little Gus. So I need to be very careful with the experience that I create for him on this grooming table, in the grooming salon, with the grooming tools. He has to associate every ounce of grooming as a positive experience, or I am going to fail him. I need little Gus to know that what we accomplished here today was a positive thing. We did good. We got through trimming 2 feet today of his nails with success, and him not getting himself so upset that he's panting, crying, screaming. We avoided that today. So we're not trimming any more nails today. We're gonna try it again tomorrow. Now little Gus is dry, he's clean, his ears are looking good. So I'm gonna take my boar bristle brush and we're gonna give him one final brush through. Some people have left comments on my videos about why leash the dog around his neck. That's so cruel. I mean, I can't even wrap my head around the thinking. If I didn't have this dog on a leash and he weighs about 50 pounds and he jumped off the table, he's probably going to break every single leg that he has. And do you think I can stop him from jumping off the table? I mean, he's a strong dog. It's very important that we have our dogs on a grooming lead when they're on the table. And I like to use an additional hitch in the front like this to keep them close to the grooming arm and safely on the table. That is the silliest thing I've ever heard, is why would you have your dog on a grooming lead on the grooming table? It is for his safety. There is nothing cruel about it. There's nothing abusive about it. It's so my dog doesn't jump off the table and bust his head open or fracture his skull or break a leg or, you know, no way. No thanks. And as a professional, that's the last thing I want to deal with in my grooming day, is allowing a dog to be injured. So there are reasons why groomers have to set your pets up for safety, and you should definitely be respectful of that. Boar bristle brush is just gliding out anything that's still waiting to shed out of his coat. We're going to brush down his neck too. And he's beautiful. I mean, his coat looks great. Can you see how shiny and healthy it is? Your bulldogs don't have to smell. In fact, this is my bulldog, and he doesn't smell. When he starts to smell a little, which is usually around the tearing of the eyes, but when he starts to smell, that tells me it's time to give my bulldog a bath. The last thing I like to do is I like to use a little Nature Specialty Silken Finish. I put 1 squirt of that in my hand. We just glide it down our beautiful bulldog, and it just adds a shiny sheen and a little bit of condition back into his skin and coat. And we're just rubbing it down his coat. Do you like it? And it's that easy to care for your bulldog, guys. Now let me get him down off the table. We'll take him outside, and I'll show you how much fun this little dog can be when he's happy.